Love, culture, faith. What happens when you mix those things together? I'll tell you, sometimes it equals to a complicated life. Because for many of us, we're trying to balance two worlds. The world that our parents grew up in and the world that we live in now. And that disconnect creates conflict because our parents want what's best, but sometimes best means different things for different people. Our generation today values connection and freedom. Meanwhile, they were more focused on duty and tradition. And what's the result? Well, tension, guilt, confusion about what right really means. So where does the divide come from? Well, our parents' generation lived through scarcity, sacrifice, and community pressure. Their values were built on survival and security. For us, we face a different challenge. We want purpose and an emotional health. Now, neither side is right and neither side is wrong. We're just answering different fears. Do not say, why were the old days better than these? For it is not wise to ask such questions. And wisdom means honoring both old and new perspectives. I think we can honor our old and new perspectives. And so, to you and I, God's calling is deeply personal to our lives. He never recycles destinies. He never recycles callings. The same God who guided your parents in their time is now the same God that is guiding you in yours. And so what are some practical ways for us to bridge the gap? Well, number one, you can listen before you argue. Ask your parents why they are feeling the way that they do. And you'll often find that love is behind their rules. And then you can respond with empathy before explanation. Second, you can pray together even when you disagree. Invite God into your conflict. Invite God into the disagreements that you guys have, because prayer softens while pride hardens. Any of you lack wisdom, ask God. And after all of these, define your shared values, not just your differences. Because you may not agree on every detail, but you can agree on principles like faith, kindness, and respect. Then you build bridges on those values, not just walls of opinions. Number four, set boundaries with grace. Love does not mean losing your voice. Boundaries protect relationships from resentment. Say, I respect your view, but I also need space to seek God's will for me. I remember when my mom and I had an issue about the relationship that I was in. She disagreed, I disagreed with her. And it created a rocky moment in our relationship. But I set those boundaries. I said, look, Mom, I respect your opinion, but this is the one I'm going to be with. Whatever happened after that, we settled our differences and she was in agreement. Now, the relationship didn't work out, but my mom and I set boundaries that would enhance our relationship. Even as I was in the middle of my 20s, right? She understood. And so what do you feel when you think that you are alone in the middle of this situation? Well, you might feel misunderstood. You might feel that you're too modern for your parents. You might feel that you're too traditional for your friends. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. For me, that's a beautiful promise because God already knows your journey. And so friends, stay anchored in prayer and scripture. Let peace, not pressure, guide your choices. My call to action for you today, if you're caught between family expectations and your own dreams, remember, love doesn't have to look like rebellion. And love doesn't have to look like surrender. It can look like growth. It can look like grace. Talk to your parents with empathy. Seek God's direction in prayer. Trust that His plan will bring harmony in His time. This week, start One honest, gentle conversation and ask God to sit right in the middle of it. Maybe you need to hear this now. Maybe you know somebody that needs to hear this. Share with your friends, comment, and subscribe. God bless you.